Yo, what's up guys? Three Misfits back at you again. Today, again, we're going to be working on our 2022 R7 here. We're going to be installing a brand new M4 full exhaust. So obviously we all know stock exhaust isn't that loud. So we'll be throwing on M4 and we'll be seeing what the aftermarket sound would be like. Alright, so right now we're going to be doing a decibel test with the stock exhaust here on the R7. So we'll start it up here. We do have a decibel reader on the App Store just for right now. Tomorrow we will have a professional decibel reader that we ordered, but it'll just take some time to come in. So it's just a baseline for us. And so here we go. Let's listen to it. Alright, so first things first, we're just going to try to make this as easy as possible. So we're just going to take this bottom fairing off, which is only 5 screws. There's 3 in the top, 1 on the very end here, and there's 1 hiding underneath, holding the very bottom fairing and this one together. And then also, there's a little Phillips screw that's hiding in here. It's like a little push tab, so just unscrew that slowly. Make sure you're not stripping anything. And so then we'll be using the H4 Allen key or socket bit, whatever you have, that'll work. I would suggest not taking it off with an impact gun or anything like that, just so you don't scratch the paint or wrap if you ever wrapped. So yeah, we could go into that. Alright, so we got the fairing off. Just a heads up, there was 1 more hidden push pin that's on the very back. So you just need to go behind the wheel and just push that little, again, Phillips push pin out, push pin, pop pin, whatever you like to call them. Just be aware, just because these are newer bikes, as this R7 is, there is like paint and stuff holding this together. So you're just gonna need to play with it a little bit. What we found out that worked was if you bend it outwards a tiny bit, make sure you don't do it too much, as it is plastic and it is brittle, it will break. But then again, it does have a little bit of play in it. So just be careful when you're taking it apart. All in all, that's good. It does seem like we are going to remove this bottom one from what I can see here. And with this bottom one, there is another Allen bolt here and a couple more Phillips down here. So nothing major, just so we can get the headers out and everything work easier with that. So we'll get to that right now. All right, so we've loosened out the 2 Phillips that are here. So we'll just take those out. Make sure you do have a box just so you don't lose any bolts or nuts. Now we're gonna just take this 4mm Allen nut out, Allen bolt rather. Do that. And again, be very careful with it. It is held on by a little rubber grommet, so just heads up on that. We can put this to the side, and now we got full access to the stock exhaust on the R7. All right, so we've taken a look down here, and the headers are held on by 4 12mm bolts. So you're needing a 12mm socket. You're gonna need some extensions. What I did is I used 2 small extensions just so I have a little bit of play, and you'll be needing a ratchet. So yeah, there's 4 bolts. There's 2 are hidden on the very top of the headers, and these 2 are down here. Don't worry about the rad or anything. As of right now, you don't need to drop the rad. It should come out nice and easy. All in all, pretty simple process from what we can see here. But yeah, we'll get back to you here. All right, so you also need to loosen up the O2 sensor to just transfer over. Don't worry about the wiring. We'll just be hanging it somewhere safe here. It is a 17 mil, so just a heads up. Make sure you don't not damage it or strip anything on the O2 sensor, because that's gonna lead you to a lot more of a headache. Coming back here on the bike, there is 2 more hanger bolts at the very back. They are 12 mils down here, as you can see. So you'll be needing either a swivel or a universal socket. Again, they are 12mm, so you'll be needing to take those out, and they're on both sides of the bike. Okay, so just for fun, we're gonna weigh this compared to the M4 exhaust. This is actually extremely heavy. It doesn't seem like it, but it weighs quite a bit. So we'll stick it on here. The scale is accurate. We all weighed ourselves, you know, a little bet. It's weighing 15 pounds. So that little piece of metal weighs 15 pounds. And theoretically, you would feel a difference if you put the aftermarket exhaust on, because that is quite literally weighing the bike down quite a bit. So 15 pounds to probably, I would say, a 300-pound bike, 400-pound bike, that's quite a bit. So yeah. All right, so now we're gonna weigh the M4 mid pipe here. The mid pipe weighs about 3 to 4 pounds. With the actual slip on itself, weighs a total of, I'll say 5.5 pounds. So all in all, you're saving yourself 10 pounds, which is huge. I mean, this absolutely weighs nothing. This is about a pound itself, and this is, again, about 3 to 4 pounds. So all in all, good system, good light system. All right, so right here, we already pre-installed the exhaust, or the mid pipe rather. Super simple. The one matches the one, the two matches the two. Can't really mess it up. Then you are provided with these 2 springs. There's 3 springs total, but you're gonna be needing 2 springs. Use needle nose pliers, and with some help or against a wall or something, just make sure you stretch them on and they're on properly so they don't fling off. All right, so as we found out and reading and looking at the mid pipe, you are gonna have to reroute the O2 sensor. So it's as easy as literally as moving the wire out of this bracket here. There's a little opening, so just take it out of here and just loop it down, and you're gonna be passing it down this wire here, and just set it to the side. Make sure you put it down gently. We did wrap in a little condom here for keeping it safe. I mean, again, they are delicate, so just keep it to the side safely.
Wrap your shit.
Wrap your shit. Hashtag wrap your shit.
Don't be silly, wrap your willy.
Don't be silly, wrap your willy. 100%. All right. Get back at you here. All right, so we are gonna be reusing the gaskets, as this bike is literally like brand new, so literally have no wear to it. What we will be doing is using some ultra copper gasket maker just to seal it up, make sure it's properly sealed, as we did take off the headers. So just as an extra precaution, we are gonna be putting this on as well. All right, so just a heads up, I would suggest this is a 2-person job, just so you can line everything up and nothing tweaks out of place. I also recommend to make sure that you have the O2 sensor wire out of the way. You do not want to pinch it, as it may pinch on the oil pan bolts here. So just keep heads up for that. But yeah, so now we just got it snug in place, and now we're just gonna torque all the header bolts to spec, and we'll come back at you. We'll get all the torque specs and everything, and that'll be here shortly. So we've now installed the mid pipe and the slip-on exhaust. So we found out the MT-07 does also have, it has the same engine, so we based the torque specs off that, which is 14 pounds. We did round up 15 pounds, just whatever, easier for us. It's not gonna hurt anything. So that's what we did. What I would suggest though is making sure you line all the pipes up while it's this hand tight on the bike, so you don't have the exhaust pipe somewhere where you don't want it, somewhere where it's hanging out, where it's gonna be hitting the brake lever itself. So that's one thing I would do. And again, make sure the O2 wire is not getting pinched or anything. Straighten that out. So now that we're done, we're gonna be slapping the fairings back on. We'll throw a time lapse on here, and yeah, we'll get back to you when it's all done. All right, so now we installed the M4 exhaust. We'll be doing a decibel test now with the Q8 silencer insert. So you see that, as you can see here. All right, here we go.
I'm about 5 feet away. So this is the Q8 baffle from M4. It's a little hot, so just wanted to show you guys what it looks like. And we've taken out, so we're going to do a decibel test right now.
Alright, so now we've taken the Q8 baffle out, so we'll be seeing how loud it is just at idle, and we'll also be revving it to 3000 RPM just to see what it would be for police purposes if they ever pull us over.